I put some things up there that make you think, wonder what she means by that.
I want a husband.
You do? Just an idea, you might want to do some fun things like that on your agenda to keep your students when they come in going, what in the world are we going to do today? Before I get started, Sarah Denhart.
Close. Denhartog.
Sarah Denhartog is our newest faculty member. Welcome to Westside. Sarah, tell us about you, people. Where are you from? We didn't know about
I'm
you.
originally from a little town called Lynchburg. It's about 20 miles south of Florence. That's where I grew up, and then I went to Clemson after that. I've taught for 6 years, and then I did some other things for a few years. Worked at Tri-County for a little while. So I've taught a wide array of special ed classes. So I'm excited to be at Westside.
Right, and she's right down the hall, right down here, so welcome. You landed in a great place. Let's see, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, number one on the agenda, husband. My husband's having surgery tomorrow. So I would rather have a colonoscopy and then come on to work than go to the hospital and bring my husband home, because, or But I'm going to be a good wife, so I won't be here Thursday or Friday. I'll be home being a good wife, or trying. And so if you need to be out, which I know you won't, you would need to call Shay, Thursday or Friday. Okay? If for any reason, athletics or educationally, you have students that would stay after school on a regular basis, like power hour or extra innings, or the wrestling team, or sporadically, like, you know what, I think this Thursday I'm going to offer some kids to stay after school. If you fall into any of those categories, stay after we're done today, and let me talk to you about the after-school snack program. Mr. Roberts has gotten us a wonderful opportunity. Any of our students that stay after school can have a free snack. Now, it's not pizza and Cheetos, because the federal government is involved. It is a healthy snack. I got so tickled when we were at Robert Anderson when Obama first, got into office, and one of our little 6th graders said, I sure do hope the next president's wife is fat. Because they didn't like all that healthy stuff.
She's a model.
Yeah. They're out of luck again, huh? So anyway, it's going to be, they get 2 things. They get like juice or milk, and then a snack. So, but they couldn't get like 2 fruits. Like they can't get juice and a banana. They got to get juice. But anyway, so there are hoops that I have to jump through that I'm certainly willing to do this because the mama in me knows that there are some children that need this. So if that applies to you, might be just during swim season, it might be every Thursday, it might, whatever. Stay afterwards and let me talk to you about it because the hoop that you have to jump through is very minimal. Okay? Is there anyone in here that wants to make an announcement about anything wonderful that happened over the holidays?
I do.
Okay?
We went to the Liberty Bowl and Bulldogs won.
Oh, way to suck up. Way to suck up.
How was that wonderful?
Okay? Anything else?
The Tigers won.
Clemson.
And we'll win again.
Yes.
My friend that lives in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, says they think the Tigers are going to get it this year. And that's the first time that she's ever said anything.
Yeah, I think if
I
we
love
have a
your
chance,
friend.
it might be this year. Anything you want to add about Gamecocks, Bob? Okay. There's always next year.
Yes.
Well, I want to share something with you. My son asked a wonderful girl to marry him, and she said yes. They're getting married December the 9th in Norman, Oklahoma. Of all the pictures we took, engagement pictures, this was my favorite. You have to be a dog lover like me. But that's him, Taylor, and then Nellie, his black lab. Real funny story about Taylor. She teaches first grade at a school in Houston that is 99% Hispanic. And so she was telling me about a little girl in her class, and the first day when she got a roster, she went to the office and said, "This can't be right." You know, typo. And went, "No, we had this kid in in kindergarten. Her name's Absidy, and it's spelled A-B-C-D-E. Absidy. Rodriguez." So, I thought I had heard all those crazy names before, but that one, yeah, that's pretty good. So, no one else has anything they want to, okay. Mr. Roberts, you're up.
Good afternoon, this afternoon now, we made it past the morning. Getting close. I had seen everybody, I hope you had a good time, enjoyed your break, and I've said this over and over, and the older I get, the more I continue to say it. Didn't understand this when I was a young person. When they say take a break, take a break. So again, now we back at work now, so you can't break now, but I always say, when you leave West Side, whether you're taking the right or left, you need to leave the stuff here. You know, over the break, I can intentionally leave my office open. Nobody's going to steal the work. Nobody's going to do the paperwork for me. But you need that time to rest, spend time with your family. And if you're kind of like me, it gets to a point where you're kind of ready to get back to work because I spend more money, I eat more, I do all that stuff that I never had time to do because we're always working. But I hope you had a way to enjoy yourself. We have, Ms. Dobbins is going to talk, the thing under me is Avid Wednesday. You know, Ms. Dobbins, Mr. Crawford, Coach T went out to the National Avid Conference in Dallas first part of December. And I know this, and I've been knowing Kat for a long time. So I knew when they went out to the conference, she was going to come back with all these wonderful ideas that were going to cost me something, some amount of money. But she surprised me. I guess it was Christmas. She came back, and what she brought back is not going to cost me anything. So I approved it 100%, but I give her an opportunity to talk about it. Mr. Comstock also had a couple of things that he wanted me to go over. One of them is making sure we're following the tardy policy. Because, you know, we're getting toward the end of the semester, and when I'm in the hallway, you see kids just kind of lollygagging, barely making it late for class. Then you have another group of kids that they are scurrying, trying to get to class. So that tells me that we have some faculty members that are to the tardy policy, and because kids understand that. But we all have to follow it because it sends a mixed message to our kids that I can be tardy to one class, teacher's not going to say anything. Or teacher said something this week, last week she didn't say anything to these 12 people. Mr. Croft, you got anything?
Yeah, and to piggyback on what Mr. Roberts is saying is, I mean, with all things, consistency is key. You know, if you're consistent with it, and I mean, you know, we're about to start the next semester. If be extremely consistent those first 3 or 4 weeks, that first month. And if you are consistent and you handle your business those first couple weeks, the rest of the year, the rest of the semester, you won't have the issues to deal with. And you know, if you let those kids slide in 1 week and just slip by, next week when you try to hold them accountable, what's going to happen is they're going to, you know, argue with you. They're going to have a problem with it, or you know, it'll turn into a scene. So be consistent from the beginning, and then, you know, send those referrals to us, or, you know, fill out the paperwork and get it to Comstock and myself, and, you know, we'll take care of it on our end. But consistency is key.
Probably the other thing he wants me to remind is review all your emergency procedures for any kind of upcoming drills. And the last one was, Ms. Crawford, Mr. Comstock could get in it, we're gonna make some changes to the discipline,
Yeah, it's
the
gonna,
test and.
it'll be, you know, we'll do the discipline video and test again, but we're only gonna do it periods, for the first block and third block. So you'll have a video and a test for first block and third block. We won't do it every block of the day. And it'll just be, you know, that one day during first and third. And I think Mr. Comstock I think he's doing another video, a different video. It's the reduced video, so it won't eat up, you know, as much time. But he'll get all that stuff out to you.
And y'all are gonna get all those copies to us for all the quizzes and tests like you normally do?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Those will be available on a PD day when we have the faculty meeting.
the 17th,
We'll
okay.
have all those copies.
That's all I have.
Okay, so, how many of you noticed something new on the West Side News this morning?
My students.
Now that we're talking about
Yeah.
colleges,
Yeah, we're gonna start something on Wednesdays called Avid Wednesdays. And every Wednesday, senior students will highlight a college or university. I didn't like the girl that said Alabama has 17 national championships, and next week it'll be 18, but anyway. Juniors are highlighting strategies. Sophomore, I wish my teacher would do more of, and freshmen give a shout out. So that will be every Wednesday. I love it because it's students, and I think students will watch students. So please be sure that that news is on in your room every day. Coach Turn's kids do a great job with that. Another thing that we want to do that we heard a school do when we were in Texas was to increase the culture of college going at their school. On Wednesdays, the teachers got to wear jeans if they wore a college shirt. So I came back and asked Mr. Roberts, and he said, okay. So you gotta wear a college shirt on Wednesdays, and you can wear jeans.
Don't wear your freshman shirt from college. I mean, you know, like Jackie's
Like I could wear
freshman
them.
Ash Bate shirt, she doesn't need that shirt from her freshman year.
It would fit
You know,
on
be
one
sure
arm.
it's a clean one. You don't want the one with the armpit rings and the holes. You know, go buy one of those
Okay,
Wisconsin national champions.
That's what I'll wear.
But anyway, that's pretty cool, and I thank Mr. Roberts for, I always tried to get him when he just had surgery and was highly dedicated, asking all this stuff. And as a matter of fact, I had to go see the team doctor yesterday, Dr. Clemo out at Blue Ridge, because I injured my knee over the holidays, and he said, you've been hanging around Corey Roberts too long. Yeah. So anyway, that's another thing we're gonna add on Wednesdays, and then a surprise that I'm gonna kinda add in on some Wednesdays on the news too. I don't wanna tell you about that yet. One of the things I asked the 14 teachers that went to Philly was to be sure you come back with something that you could teach teachers. Doesn't have to be long or elaborate. You're going to see right now. Amber was voluntold to be first. So she and Mr. Crawford are going to do theirs today. In a couple of weeks, we've got Mulkey and Winchester. Just a small little snippet of something they learned. Now, let me tell you that on the West Side webpage, you can easily find these short videos, because you're going to get back and you're going to say, oh, you know what, I remember Amber talking about bookmarks, but I will need a refresher. So Renee's going to show you how to get to that. We're going to show you the quick little video, but then we're going to take it a step further. I'm going to contact all the principals and let them know that all these strategies are available for their teachers at all the schools in the district. That way, we can show that not only are we trying to go school-wide, but we're helping the district by, a kindergarten teacher may use some strategies, a Hannah teacher may use some of these strategies. Middle school, we want to show that we are helping the district with AVID. We want to be the AVID leaders in the district. So Renee, you want to